I'm going to talk to you about the Buga Sphere. Now, the Buga Sphere is a metallic orb that was found in Buga, Colombia, South America. Apparently it was seen flying through the air when it hit some power lines that must have somehow damaged its propulsion system, and it came crashing down to Earth. So the sphere is about 30 centimeters across and seems to be of some kind of impossible construction. There's no seams or joints or welds, and it has a number of unknown symbols on it. Not any kind of known symbols or writing, which is really interesting. It was scanned by scientists and found to contain 3 concentric shells inside each other, 9 microspheres, and a tiny chip in the core. Very unusual. The area where it crashed was significantly affected. The soil was dehydrated, and the plants and vegetation within 10 meters of the object were completely dead. This indicates that some sort of energy event had happened. Now, the symbols on it are very strange. Experts believe it to be some sort of Proto-Sanskrit, and an AI quantum computer was used to analyze these symbols. So the difference between a quantum computer and a normal computer, a standard computer, is that a quantum computer simultaneously analyzes multiple scenarios. So for example, if you were looking through grains of sand on a beach, a standard computer would look at each individual grain of sand, whereas a quantum computer will look at the whole beach at the same time. So it's a much more powerful tool. The quantum computer found that the symbols are not random. They are actually equations which match the constants of our universe. A mathematical blueprint even. They contain golden ratios, the Fibonacci sequence, calculations which include the speed of light, frequencies, resonance, gravitational waves, the sound of black holes. It also contained universal constants, gravitational wave signatures, and there's also a chance that it may be some kind of resonance amplifier. So this mysterious sphere seems to be speaking the language of the universe. It's an object which appears to store mathematical instructions about how the universe works, exact physics. And its propulsion system is also baffling, utilizing some sort of anti-gravitational propulsion. But here's where it gets really weird. It also appears to show deep space coordinates, perhaps coordinates of its origin, some sort of deep space positioning. It may be related that Egyptian priests talked about eggs of the gods falling from heaven, and Sumerian texts also talk about divine spheres containing the knowledge of creation. Are they probes, I wonder? The more that this object was analysed, the stranger it gets though. It appears to exhibit physics that we haven't yet discovered. For example, it changes mass daily, getting heavier, significantly heavier, and lighter, depending on what day it is and what time it is during the day. It's pulling its weight from somewhere, but where? Physics says that mass doesn't just appear. So maybe our understanding of physics is incomplete. That's what I would say. It still gets weirder. The sphere was carbon dated by the University of Georgia. And guess how old it is? 12,560 years old. That's pretty old. That's crazy. And its aluminium alloy was also tested. It contains several rare earth elements, not matching any known aluminium alloy. And some of the elements in it were not known about until the late 1800s. And we also know that aluminium was not used until after 1876, when we discovered the technology to refine it. From the scans, it was also found that the shell of the sphere has components woven into it, including optic fibre material. So how was it made? Without any welds or joins or seams? Perhaps it was some kind of 3D printing process, but none of this makes any sense. When experts examined the Sanskrit symbols, some of them believe that it contains a warning about a significant astronomical or geophysical event in the future, which could affect life on this planet. Its carbon dating, establishing its age as 12,560 years old, aligns with a previous magnetic pole shift, which resulted in a cataclysmic population-destroying event. So why has this and other reported spheres been activated now after 12,000 years? Well, Dr. Stephen Greer has hypothesized that these spheres, and several have been seen in Colombia around the same time, are related to significant field changes in South America, such as the South Atlantic anomaly, which could be early warning technology related to the upcoming magnetic pole shift and global catastrophe. The interesting thing is, if it is a hoax, it is a truly elaborate one, probably the most elaborate in history. And also, if it is a hoax, someone has gone to a lot of effort. Let's face it, the creator of the sphere, if it is a hoax, should be working for NASA or SpaceX or Lockheed Martin or some other high-tech research organization, because it's actually quite amazing. But personally, I don't think it's a hoax. I feel it's proof that we are not alone and that humans really are only just scratching the surface of the full laws of physics. Its age, purpose, design, etc. seem to indicate that these spheres may be some kind of early warning technology to warn us of an upcoming civilization-changing event in the relatively near future. I feel that it has to be related to the upcoming pole shift, something which people need to research and prepare for. The cataclysm awaits.